Hi all, this is the Gem Hiker, and today we're going to be talking about kyanite. This gemstone comes in a variety of colors and shapes and sizes, and it grows in a lot of different locations around the country, around the world. Today we're going to be covering orange, green, ocean, blue, black, matrix pieces, small pieces. We're going to be going over the whole gamut, plus how to use kyanite metaphysically to benefit your life. So let's get started. All right, so there we have some of our kyanite blades and sticks, as well as some of our larger pieces and some polished pieces too. All of these are available in our store, meteoritetraders.com. And I want to go over what the sizes mean and what the colors look like, so what you can expect when you order either a bag or a piece. We have in the bottom here, we have our orange, very popular, super good price. We have many kilos of this. A lot of it's uncleaned yet, but we're getting there. This material is great. You can make little stick pendants out of this. Wired earrings. It's a really good size for that. As far as for crystal grids, works really well on directionals, which you'll be finding out in our upcoming tutorial on crystal grids that we'll be doing. We'll be doing, for orange, you'd look at the sacral chakra, the second chakra for creative and sexual expression. It's a great stone for that. And these pieces of orange come from Tanzania. And this is the only places in the world, is Tanzania, that this is found in such quantity. I believe there have been some other orange found in other locations, but on a smaller scale. Tanzania is really well known for the quantity and the diverse colors. So let's go over that right now. We have right here Brazil, the U.S., Africa, Tanzania, and India, all here in this that you can see, I believe. The orange, this dark green to ocean teal stick shape kyanite comes from Tanzania. The bright green blades and sticks come from Tanzania. And then the blade ocean kyanite comes from Tanzania as well. We have these sapphire kyanite. It gets polished up. This is from Brazil. The large matrix pieces that I carry are from Brazil. The blue blades predominantly are from Brazil. This piece here is a piece from North Carolina, United States, in matrix. I believe in mine that's been closed for quite some time. We have some of this biotite mica that is from India. This is kyanite in matrix, but it's a black mica. Really cool material, very limited on it. I believe I only have a flat of it left, maybe about 20 pieces. Variable shapes. And then we also have the black. This being a very large piece of black kyanite. This comes from Brazil as well. Really neat fanning on this piece, and the size is just great. Now, typically with black, you'll see it this size. This size, this shape. This is a very standard black kyanite right here. Okay. So you have these fans. This is the only way that I know that black comes. You'll sometimes see it in stick shape, but not in any quantity. When I would dig this material in Pennsylvania, I would find a lot of black kyanite in this shape not in any quantity. But with this, we carry this in this size, and it varies from thin to thick of this, about this size. Really good for pendants. And very few of the large. I have a few pounds of this material in the very large, like this. And then we have our orange. We have the stick shape. Again, lots of quantity of that. We do have blades, and the blades are really neat. A little less quantity. Price is a little bit more per pound. But the orange blades are pretty cool. You can use them like you would use the blue kyanite blades. Pendants, metaphysically, in craft projects. There are some larger orange, what I would call sticks. There's not many of them. They're priced per gram versus per pound. And I do get requests for the larger pieces. There's just not as much of it. But find them. I save them for you. And I believe they're not online, so you'd have to special request that. The sapphire kyanite is a very neat grayish blue hue that a lot of cabs are made from this material. Some of the pieces are very translucent, some aren't. Good for cabbing. Again, good for crafting. And in that classic shape of kyanite. Kyanite green blades ranging from mini to large. This would be an example of a large size. Okay. And then mini is something on the lines of this, right? Very small. Still applicable. And then a lot of really nice mid-sized pieces for pendants or large rings, perhaps. And again, great shape. Wonderful for metaphysical use, for crystal gritting. We also have these ocean green kyanite. This is like a teal color. Very nice. And these are going to range mini to small. You may get a few larger pieces in there, but typically it's going to be in this size range that you see right here. Very good example. And the color is very desired, very sought after. So the price per pound is a little higher than, let's say, the orange, or the even the stick shape is a little lower per pound. Then we have these large matrix pieces from small, kind of this size, up to bigger than this this display would show. So have extra large matrix pieces. It'd be in mica or quartz with lots of garnet on the back. Some pieces fade into a black kyanite on one side and blue on the other. Very neat. What you could do with these is, of course, display them, home decor. This would be great for a shelf. Great display pieces. If you picked out the quartz crystals in there, you might get, if you're able to do it, a nice skeletal patterning with just the kyanite, with a lot of open space, which would be really nice. And you have your blue blades. This is the small, or I would say mini to small. Some of the pieces have matrixing on them, and some don't. And if there is a variety available of the small medium matrix kyanite, it'll have predominantly this material with some blades, but more of the matrix or clustering of kyanite. And then we do have some polished pieces of this Brazilian as well. These flat rectangles make really nice cabochon pieces for pendants. Again, really long rings, going for the bold. Cabochons, the larger size cabochon, is going to be a little bit more gemmy, a little bit more translucent, and again, good pendant ring size. And then some mini cabs. These are also going to be, I think they range around $5 or something like that. And some calibrated pieces. I believe there's beads online as well, but made of chips and rectangles in the beads. The little mini cabs are really nice here. And again, the quality is pretty high on them. There's another calibrated square. So a lot of color, either face color or translucence. Okay. If you wanted something that wasn't so gemmy, have those two. We're still going to have good blue surface color, but be less translucent. And why would you want that? If it's translucent, it's hard to tell that it's kyanite. You really might want that blue face color and not necessarily that deep, rich gem, which looks almost like a sapphire, right? The rectangles are really good for that because you get a lot of good blue surface area, all that shine, get that blue streak that kyanite is known for. Well, you still have some gem in that as well. So that's the basics of the colors and the variety of shapes. Fans, sticks, blades, and clusters are kind of how I would generalize it. Now, metaphysically, how would you use kyanite? Well, you'd go off of your color grid, of course, your blacks, your whites, which you will get white. You're going to work with the aura or the ethers, the areas around the person. You can also utilize them at the base or the crown. With the standard blue, it's one of the best throat chakra stones. Good for communication. It is a bridging stone, so it bridges very well. Helps to communicate on all the levels and all the colors and shades, all the chakras. You're going to get that bridging factor. Blue at the throat chakra just doubles that. So we call it for a very long time the communication stone because it is phenomenal in bridging the gap between physical communication to and from yourself to another and from them to you, to be understood, right? So it's a stone of understanding. Your greens are going to start dropping down and help with the emotional communication. So you're still going to get that bridging factor, but more in the heart chakra. So you're going to have levels of emotional communication. It can be very helpful in a lot of situations. The orange, like I said earlier, creativity and sexual expression. Amazing for sacral chakra work. Now, again, helps to communicate those things that you need to get across and helps you to understand what someone else may be trying to tell you as well. The black can be very useful in the ether in that communication beyond yourself and beyond the physical. So we can take the black and utilize it on the outside of a grid or outside of the space to help bridge the distance between what you're communicating with. And for your angels, your higher self, your guardian angels, that sort of thing is great for that. So you have a nice combo piece with the biotite mica and the blue. You get a great ethereal communication stone. We do work with these in grids quite often because of the bridging factor. The shape is really great for the directives to move the energy from one stone to another. And then, of course, you do have some nice centerpieces too, which are great for your crystal grids. So that about covers the kyanite. Locations: Brazil, United States, India, Africa, Tanzania specifically. The colors available, quite a variety of colors available and shapes. And then the metaphysical use of these stones for the benefit of your life. And this would be a bridger stone. So this is a stone that helps you communicate to and understand other people communicating to you as well. So how to use them? That would be how I would start. I would get to know the stone through the breath. I would begin with the meditation practice of experiencing the stone with yourself, and then look for cues as you're either holding or carrying the stone or wearing the stone, depending on if it's in jewelry. Look for cues in your environment for the increase in communication. This should be a helpful stone in bridging those gaps between the energy of either your sacral chakra, your heart chakra, the ethereal, void, or however you want to look at that, and your physical communication with people as well. One of the stones that I highly recommend, and lots of variety. If you want it in the room, got large pieces to change the center of gravity in the room, so to speak. And if you want to be wearing it, there's a lot of really nice, very flat, perfect for hands-on healing, perfect for gritting, a lot of diverse uses. So that concludes our kyanite overview on this gemstone, which is one of our favorites here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe for future videos on more gemstones and their definitions and their shapes and sizes, and look for our monthly series on crystal gridding, and we'll be giving away a crystal grid every month. So this is a great year for getting into crystal gridding and the metaphysical use of gemstones. All right, please subscribe, like, and share, and we'll be talking to you soon. Thank you.